We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Hey! It's Christmas time!
It's Christmas!
This is the Nothing Fucking Sacred Show. Yeah, 22nd of December, bitches.
Yeah.
2019.
The last show of the year.
And I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And Maxwell, it is that time of year, so we want to wish all of you folks happy holidays, whatever fucking holiday you wish. You celebrate. I don't really give a shit at this point anymore. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas. Happy
Kwanzaa to those.
Schwankwa.
I don't know anybody who celebrates Kwanzaa, to be honest with you.
Whatever, yeah. Well, so, hey, you know what? That's because you don't know any black people, man.
Oh, I don't?
Yeah, all the black
people. Right.
I thought they all switched to Kwanzaa.
I don't think so.
No.
I know some Jewish people.
No,
Hanukkah.
The Jewish switched to Quiznos, didn't they?
That's right. No, they own Quiznos.
Oh, that's probably Quiznos is actually shit, dude. By now, but
actually, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone pretty much everywhere. There's only 800 stores. I watched the fucking documentary on it. That's why it came to my mind.
Wow. Yeah,
but yeah,
interesting.
No, and the fucking Spanish are celebrating queso. So
or taco or something.
No, queso, Kwanzaa, and Quiznos.
Queso, Kwanzaa. Hey, there we go, man. Yeah. New holidays.
Yeah.
We're making new holidays for you fuckers.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, and the Asians are celebrating Kwan. Just Kwan.
Kwan.
Just Kwan.
Wanna go to the store?
No. Regardless, we're all celebrating what we want. Everyone actually celebrate whatever the hell you want. I don't give a fuck, you know.
Celebrate it, man. Enjoy.
I'm just enjoying the fucking, just chilling, man. I chilled the whole weekend, dude. I fucked up my feet because we had the fun.
Yeah, you were dancing.
It is the last episode, pretty much. I believe actually the last episode of the year 2019 and the last episode of the decade.
Ooh, man, that's the thing. Now we can't just reflect back on the year. We got to reflect back on the decade.
Exactly. So we've got a couple questions later on we're going to ask, but we're going to go into any irks. We have like immediate stuff first, and then we'll close out maybe with a bunch of retrospective shit. How's that?
Okay. Personally, I don't really have any irkery, dude.
I don't really either, but you had an observation from the weekend. We did hang out. We had an epic fucking party power weekend, just chilling at the resort and hanging out here with the pack. The crew.
Man, and at the studio.
Yeah, at the studio.
Doing some recording.
We did. We actually got a little bit done, which is more than I thought we would actually. But we got.
Yeah, I actually didn't. I was like, oh, these guys haven't got their shit written, so.
But you got yours. You got yours put on there, and now I have a beat to work with. So we got a lot done actually, considering that it was never a true. I mean, it was something we were planning on doing, but. It's good to have that much done, you know.
And it's here's part of my observation. Remember, I think it was probably about 10 years ago or so, and we were still doing the shit that irks me, and I was talking about people calling me be sick and how it pissed me off, right?
Yeah.
And you said to me, you don't like your old rap persona very much, do you? And I was like, that's interesting. And you got me thinking a little bit. And I was like, yeah, you're right, dude. Like, I want to just like take those days and flush them down the toilet. Anything about being a rapper and all that shit just was
and that was about 10 years ago,
huh? Yeah, I believe it was about 10, 11 years ago, somewhere around there. And well, here it is now. We go to the studio. When I come out there, we record. I always have some shit written because now you guys have woken that up, and I'm actually enjoying doing that again. You know what I'm saying? And making be sick music, as it were. Because now there's no image, there's no, there's no obligation. It's just me making music with my friends, doing cool shit and having fun, bringing the cool part back to it again.
Yeah, bringing the part that actually mattered. The other part was you trying to get something out of it, which is why I'm careful with the stuff we're doing now with Zoomer and Earthling. Because at some point, it can tip into that, we got to go to this and go to this fucking place and go walk around here, put posters here and do all that.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
It's like, all right, okay, we do, or do we just flow with it and enjoy this as part of our lives? But, it depends. But then I sit at my desk in between calls, chained to my fucking, that's my big realization this week. My fucking headset's like a leash, dude. It's like a fucking chain My head's chained to a I can't go anywhere. I can't do it. I sit there
That's
for
true.
fucking 10 hours a day, captive on my chain and fucking leash.
You're confined, man. You have to listen
so
to
I gotta sit there, and the only good thing is if it's slow, I can kind of like put together lyrics for things, and do things like that. But other than that, it's like I could be doing that for whatever for a living,
Right.
But the trick is, do you want to go to that point where it's required? Where it becomes a job, because that's
the
when,
thing. Once you take something you love and make it a job, I think it turns it to shit.
I don't know, but if you take something to love and make it a job, it's still something to love. That's the balance you got to have. You can't push it, because then you start going, oh well, I got to do this and make this, and then you burn yourself out. So it's a balance, man. Because my buddy's on totally the gung ho, which is great, and I am too. I'm interested. I do, but there's a balance, man. You don't want to get to the point where it becomes like it was for you, man. It made you sour on the fun part of it.
Yeah, it did. It did.
And then you thought that part wasn't fun anymore, and that was why you got into it in the first place.
Exactly.
So
I did it because I like recording.
Exactly. And that's the catch right there.
Exactly.
That's where you got to bounce it and you got to figure it out.
As a matter of fact, dude, I was writing a rap yesterday. I might go back over to Clarence's house. I'm going to use one of the beats he already has made, because he has a shitload of beats already made. So this way we don't have much bullshit. The song's called Phone Scammer. It's pretty funny, dude.
Cool.
It's about a chick who calls me to try to hit me with one of those IRS scams, and I start hitting on her, dude. It's pretty funny. So, and I'm of course trying to fuck, So yeah, dude, that you guys have woken that beast up, that I wanted to be dead so long ago. Just 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, but the part of the beast that you wanted to still remain. You didn't realize how much you wanted it. You missed it until you had it back. You're like, oh, I love this shit.
Yeah, exactly. I enjoy making music. It's
enjoy
cool
making music and create, and that was a passion of yours, and you brought it back.
Yep, and it's back now, man. And I'm just like, oh shit.
It's also probably a little bit of it is where you are in your life right now. You are so secure, like financially, and just like career wise.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like you don't have to really worry about the same things. Like before, you were like, you were in a different place, man. At that point.
Well, that's true. I mean, I just paid all this money to press CDs, and what the fuck? What was I? What am I doing? I'm getting SSDI, and it's crazy.
You're trying to find something to actually do for yourself because you're just getting out of college, and right around that time, when you really started pushing it, right around that time, because that's you were like, I don't need to fucking have this 9-to-5 bullshit. I'm gonna be a rapper.
You're
a rapper.
Being the kid with
you are. You are a rapper, but you're not. You wanted to be a fucking you want to make money on it.
Right. I want to be a known rapper or some dumb shit.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Do you want to make money or do you want to make shit tons of money? Because I think that if I could find a way to make money, it doesn't require a lot of bullshit. Because I'm getting older too. That's another thing too. When you get older, you realize you don't want to deal with a bunch of bullshit that you did before.
Well, that's true. Some of the stuff that you used to not mind doing, you're like, fuck, I don't, like you were talking about.
It's not even not mind doing, it's unnecessary bullshit. Like, you gotta fucking, I'm a fucking in mid-40s dude, man. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, dude, I gotta fucking put like makeup on, fucking draw.
Right. Well, that's the thing too. The whole image bit, where you gotta walk around. Oh, yo, man, I gotta be sick, yo. And be this whole image,
Exactly.
And that was the thing too, man. I had a lot of situations back then where people didn't take me seriously, and it was just bullshit, man. It was like, fuck.
So that was part of your realization.
That was the main meat of the realization.
Okay, was really. that you enjoy being Be Sick again, like writing as Be Sick, like you take pride in it, like, hey, I think maybe part of it also. When was the last time you listened to your own shit before that weekend that you came out?
I'll be honest with you, man. Sometimes I will play my shit.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? I still love the stuff I created.
Okay, good.
And I look back on it and go, damn, I made some dope shit. So I know I made good music.
Because I remember we listened to a bunch of shit, like a lot of the stuff, older stuff that we both did, in Portland when you came out.
That's right. Yeah, we were showing.
And it made me go, damn, yeah, dude.
No, we definitely, no question, we made dope music. It was just the stuff that was going on off the mic that was fucked up.
It's just pretty amazing. This whole. So that was your main realization. Mine, that was. Mine was just as a fucking killer weekend, and damn, I take things fucking. I'm emotionally like a sponge, man.
Oh, by the way, your brother got a little emotional too after you left, man.
Oh, did he?
He tried to play it off. He tried to be manly and. Man, it's cold, but I knew what was up. I was like, this dude's crying.
Of course, man.
Which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, man, I got you saw me. Hey, it happens, man. I mean, it's just the way it is, man. You either let it out who. That's the whole point. That's why it's such a good experience, because you don't have to hide that shit around these people.
No,
it's called
exactly.
trust.
Exactly. And for me, it was just more of an empty, like, oh man.
Yeah. Oh, that was bad too. Yeah, I got home, dude, and oh, dude, it was.
Just like you said.
Quiet, like, oh, but that's the point, man. You got to get over that though. You got to enjoy the good stuff. So
just know it's coming. Yeah, like, man, well, it's just part of the end. It's kind of like being hungover after drinking. You enjoy yourself.
Yeah, well, that's part of it too. Is that I was 3 days over. You know what I'm saying?
That's
warmed
true.
over like a fucking, and that's part of the problem too. That I got to rise up to, and been thinking about it a lot this week. So it's that's part of it. I love having a great time is cool, but man, you got to take a moment and go, okay, maybe
let's stop this.
Yeah, just take it easy a little bit sometimes. So I'd be reevaluating. But my thing is I had thought these questions up a little earlier tonight.
Okay.
All right, so we have a decade to talk about. We're not going to talk about the year. Yes, the year for me, and we'll go long.
The year's been awesome. For me,
we'll go long form. So let's actually start. What has been the best year of the 2010 decade?
The decade we're in right now.
Yes, I'm going to say right now, this year for me.
I would say either this year. It's kind of tied for me. It's either this year or 2017.
Yeah, for me, there's no question. It's this year. Second, not close, but close. The second, definitely second with 2013 was when I got here.
Ooh, that was a horrible fucking year for me.
For me, yeah, I know that was probably one of your worst years. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, what I was gonna say is this decade's actually been a very tough decade for me.
Overall, it's been very, very. I've realized I had to come face to face with a lot of demons, including the one I just mentioned with the.
Yeah, with the drinking and shit.
And just partying, and you got to face your shit and go, okay, this is not good for you. Like it was never good for you, but you can't do the same things you did before, and
yeah, man,
all these regrets, like, well, I've been doing, because I've been partying for fucking 20 years, man. So.
Oh yeah. Well, we both have.
Yeah, but not you haven't been like me. I partied definitely more than you, I think.
Yeah, you may.
But man, that 2013 was kind of good. It wasn't like I said, every other year was just kind of good or kind of bad, except 2010. 2010 was just fucking. One thing about having a decade start with two close deaths of in your family, your dad and your grandfather, is that your next fucking 9 years can't get that much worse.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I mean, because for me,
and second worst year is 2014, because 2014 was butt.
That's
when I worked at Sykes, man. Holy shit!
The place where you actually had to go in there and deal with those fuckers.
That shit was awful, dude. So 2010, okay, but the best year. Yeah, so let's start with the worst year. So 2013 was your worst year because that was the bed bug year.
Bed bug, butt fuck. I had some other issues going on with. And close tie with that was 2012, dude. It was just a big shit sandwich back to back, man.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because all right, so 2010. For me, started off awesome because I was somebody I was really into and whatever. Then that fucking crashed, and crashed hard. And so that dude, I was reeling from that for a couple years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think
you were reeling from that, but let's not forget. And I know you were also jumping out of another thing with someone for 6 years.
Yeah.
So your whole life, like you weren't really stable when you got in with her. Yeah, with her.
Yeah.
And then when you got in with her, it's like, the biggest thing. You went from bleh to and then it just so the combo of that.
Oh yeah.
It just kicked your ass, dude. It totally fucked you up, dude.
Oh, there was some. I mean, and I was like I said, I was dealing with that for a couple years, man. And then like I said, I was trying to fill the void. A lot of stupid shit was going on. And then plus I had, both my grandmothers die in the same year, and then I had to put Ticket down.
Yeah.
Then there was that Nikki chick, the one that I was interested in that, wouldn't talk to me on the phone. Then that ass fucked me.
Yeah, dude, that was way back then.
That was 2000. Well, no, let's see. It started 2014, ended 2016.
Yeah. So the whole it's just very like growing up and realizing sometimes you got to get kicked in the balls to realize you don't have any protection there.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, then let's talk about health. Like, having to lose weight. That was a big one for me, and coming to grips with the fact that, hey, guess what? You've got sleep apnea and some health issues, you fat fuck.
Yeah.
So how about dropping some weight?
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, it's been a bit of a hard decade, man. And plus, I had friends move. Like all my friends are gone, dude. Pretty much.
Yeah.
All my good friends.
Now you replaced it with fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Pabst will never leave me.
Jesus Christ, you can inhale those fucking things. I'm like, holy fuck. No wonder, because I keep thinking, how are you drinking? And I'm like, you're used to drinking pints of that shit. Those 16 ounce. You probably drink.
No, 24 ounce, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You at the places they have 24 ounces glass.
Yeah, those big ass 24 ounce beers that you saw what I was drinking, right? At the Rum Runner.
Yeah, those are. I thought they were 16.
No, man, they're 24
or
ounce.
20. There's something like that. They're higher. So you're drinking like 2 of those is like 4 beers.
4 beers. Well, like 2 of them is like.
Two of them is 4 beers, basically. You probably drink about 6 of those a night. So you try.
Not 6, maybe 3 or 4, maybe at the most.
Well, not this weekend. Fuck.
I was pounding them pretty good.
So that's another theory I had. I was like, I wonder if you're replacing the food you used to eat with the fucking just amounts of beer you drink at one time.
The beer I'm drinking.
Good God.
I don't know, man. I mean, for me, I can't do that. Like every day kind of shit.
Man, fucking. Did you take Tuesday off? Oh, you weren't off Tuesday, right?
No, I went back to work.
No, yeah.
I went back to work.
Woof. Anyway, so that's my best year definitely was this year, and of course the reason why is Zoomer, mainly, just music, finding a little groove that I'm actually that I'm actually pretty decent at.
Something that you love, and you're like, goddamn.
That the music actually sounds pretty good, I think, yeah.
Which, by the way, man, them 2 new tracks that you did. When you get them done, can you send them to me?
You like them both, huh?
I love them. Yeah, that Shadow track is dope, dude.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
You'll know about this later on, folks. It's About Time and Shadow we're working on, and of course we got The Attempt done. Pretty much done.
That's my shit right now. But the Shadow, dude, I think that might be a close second.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just the beat of it, everything. Yeah, cool.
Just the whole vibe of the song, man.
Yeah,
shit's awesome. So
melancholy, kind of like man.
I like it though. It's cool, man. Because it makes you think.
Of course.
And that's the other thing. That's why this decade was not a terrible decade, because the lessons were priceless.
Because you're still alive, that's why.
Well, because I'm still alive, and shit was. I mean, damn, dude, I learned some good lessons that made me a better person, and dude, just shit's way better now, man. Like this year was kick ass, and it's like, oh my god, man. Plus, there's somebody new that I'm digging, as you know, and I don't have. Dude, just some of my behaviors have changed as far as, if I text her, she doesn't text right back. I don't get pissed off or upset or any of that.
It's self-confidence in a way that you never had before. It's that lack of...
Yeah, exactly. It is. It is all about self-confidence.
It's like, it doesn't matter. I know I'm going to be okay. I've been through the fucking fire, man. You've been through the fire, man.
Exactly. And the person does call me, which that's what kind of balanced me out when I got home, by the way. Because she called me. I texted her that Saturday. And then she was calling me back, and I was actually in the air, and she left me a voicemail. So I was like, okay, well, when I get home, I'll eat, and then I'll call her.
Yeah, you were able to, you found someone to fucking fill the void for a couple hours.
Fill the void from the Oregon trip,
Yeah, the fucking quiet to your home. When you get home, you hear the door close, and also
oh no, and all you hear is your, like the neighbor's
or your
heater downstairs.
Or your heater.
Exactly.
And you're sitting there, so you sit down, and you're just like... You can hear. That's what happens with good times, man. That's why you gotta be grateful. Be grateful. That's all. That's the new thing, man. Grateful that you're alive, and grateful that you can continue to stay alive. To be honest,
exactly.
But also enjoy your life. With people that you actually laugh that much with, where you're hurt from laughing, or you fucking hurt yourself like I did, and you're still like, it's still worth it.
Still had fun.
Maybe I wouldn't have kick-wormed across the fucking floor like a fucking 80s fucking geriatric fucking breakdancer. But
that was good. That was crazy, dude.
But I still, it's still all, you do what you do, things happen. That's a story, Hey, remember that?
Yeah.
It was totally awesome,
Oh yeah. Oh god, dude. All the puns that we were coming up with.
Of course, fuck with
that shit.
Yeah. That's what they did. So they do though. That's the way it works.
Yeah, we fucked with you the whole day. That whole Sunday was just foot and toe puns, pretty much.
Pretty much.
So, but shit, dude, I'm trying to think. What I know there's something, but I do have an update to something.
Okay.
So remember that situation with the guy wanted to come and install that other return vent
Oh yeah.
on my heater? Well, I actually did get a second opinion, and the guy actually told me that yes, he's like, that what your heater's doing now isn't right. You can blow your unit out. And so I was like, okay. So I had the guy come in and install a second return, and sure enough, dude, it doesn't do that shit anymore. And it seems like it's more powerful now too.
Okay, so he was right then.
He was right, but you got to understand, man, with so many people doing crazy shit.
Well, it's always good to get a second opinion.
Yeah, exactly. So it was.
And if they really thought about it, why would they tell you that? Still tell you that 5 years later? Because maybe the other guy would have told you 5 years ago, and it would have been doing that 5 years ago.
Well, that's it. I wish they would have told me back then.
So did you do it with the original company or with the second company?
Well, no, with the original company.
Oh, okay.
So the original people, and it was, well, here's how they explain it to me, basically. So the unit they put up there when I had it replaced is a larger unit than the one that used to be up there. So the one return at that time was fine, but being that I got a bigger unit now, more powerful unit, it needs more
yeah, but
return.
Was that from the same company that you got it from who put in the return?
Yes.
So why didn't they know that 5 years ago?
And see, that's the problem. That's where I had the issue. Like, yeah, see, why didn't you fuckers?
I would have gone with the second opinion person and said, "Oh, thank you," and then I would have said, "Hey, you up to do this?"
Oh, that's true. I could have had him do it.
Yeah, because they, like you said, 5 years, your shit's been. How much money have you lost because it's running inefficiently?
Right, exactly.
Who knows?
Well,
but regardless,
really, yeah. What I should have had him do, I mean, if I wanted to be a dick, I could have said, "Well, I think you guys should eat this," and had him pay for that. Oh, which speaking, God, dude, we haven't done like a real show in a while, man. So there is some stuff, some updatable shit.
Okay.
One is I had new floors put in.
Oh wow.
And
like new carpet or?
Oh no, the carpet's still there, but it's new floors in the foyer, in the kitchen, and the bathrooms.
Gotcha.
So I had those done. Well, when they were, of course, they have to move your appliances and everything. So they moved my my washer, and when they were moving it back, the hose broke. And the guy was like, yeah, we can't reattach this. He was like, we're licensed contractors. We can fix it for you.
Fuck, man.
Well, here's the thing. He calls his boss. This guy was cool because he called his boss. And I said, well, how much would you guys charge to fix that? And he's like, and also your valves need to be replaced.
They shouldn't be charging you anything to fix it. They broke it.
Well, it was old, dude. The hose was old.
Doesn't matter. They moved it. They broke it. They should fix it.
Well, it was fine when they moved it. It's when they moved it back is when it broke.
Yeah, so they broke it.
So, well, here's the thing. So he checks with his boss. He calls his boss. And I could tell he was disappointed by what his boss told him when he got off the phone. He was like, hey, man. He was like, it's going to be like $300 or $400. He's like, honestly, do you know somebody that can do this for you? And I was like, yeah, I got a handyman. And he's like, go with him. He's like, I don't want to see you get gouged. I was like, wow. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's something. Yeah.
Yeah. So then also when he was putting my toilet tank back on, the bolts are stripped and rusted. The one in my bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, yeah, I can't put the toilet tank back on either. But I still had another toilet in the other bathroom, obviously. He's like, so you're going to have to get your handyman to do that too. So anyway, the next day.
They do that on purpose. You know that, right?
The break shit?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't get anything out of it.
Or at least he didn't. Yeah.
Well, he didn't. He was genuinely, because look how old my shit is, dude.
Of course.
My plumbing's old, man.
Still, man. But, it just seems like two things. Well, we got this and this. We can do it for you.
Well, he didn't offer when the toilet thing broke. He was like, he goes, I guess you're going to have your handyman do that too, man. Sorry. I was like, yeah, okay. So anyway, so my handyman comes over and we got to replace the valves. We got to replace the hose in the washer and the toilet tank. So we get all that and we're kind of having a little, anxiety about the valve thing because we have to actually go and knock on doors and tell people, hey, we're shutting off the water to the building for a bit for a repair. And, usually people get pissed off and whatever. So, but everybody was cool. We got that done. The valve thing was easy. The hose thing was great. Everything went smooth, right? Oh, and he only charged me $200 for everything.
Okay.
To do the whole repair. So that was good. So then he hooks everything back up and I'm like, well, I want to do a load of laundry just to make sure it works. And he goes, good, because I want to watch the valves to make sure they don't leak. leak, the new ones that we put on there. So I put some stuff in the washer. It's filling up. It seems to be working fine. He's looking. He's like, okay, yeah, the valves aren't leaking. You're good. I'm like, all right, we're set. We're back in action, right? So he gets the shit. I, tell him goodbye. See you later, man.
Uh-oh.
And I close the door, and I don't know what the fuck made me do it, dude, but I walk back into the laundry room, and there is water all over the floor. So I run out, and I'm like, Warren. He's like, yeah. And I go, we got water on the floor, dude. So he comes running up. We stop the washer, of course, and he helps me, get all the water cleaned up and all that shit. And then he pulls the washer back, and he goes, oh, fuck, I forgot to hook the train line back up. so he fucks something up, Oh, and meanwhile, my downstairs neighbor, she comes banging on my door, and she's like, y'all got water dripping out of your through my ceiling. And I'm like, yeah, we know, we got it, it's under control.
Yay. That's
anyway,
how do you from?
Yeah, well, I was just like,
dude,
what?
Certain people shouldn't smoke dope. And I'm
not
one of
man.
them because I work in customer service. So
some people maybe should smoke dope.
Those in customer service definitely should.
Oh man.
Certain. All right, so I got let's see, what else do I have? Anything else? Holidays. This is an interesting little one for you.
Okay.
I think one of the reasons I've been so much happier this year, I think, is that I have not been exposed to nearly as much holiday music.
Ooh.
Like, I don't listen to the radio, I don't watch TV, so I don't hear the ding 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 and I don't go out that much, especially this year because I've been working so much, right. So there's no reason to go out after work. So I don't normally. You
still go to the grocery store, right? You might hear it in the grocery store.
But for like 20, I mean, I'm and it's really low, and I'm focusing on other shit, and I'm focusing on, like getting my shit and getting out of there.
Right.
But I don't
so
go
you're not
to
inundated with it.
Inundated with that. You have to be happy, and it's a dipper, the pattern, it's like, so that contrast isn't there, because usually this time of year, at least recently, man, I have been pretty melancholy or depressed, and maybe it's because of the rain and dark, and I don't see a lot of sunlight.
In past years?
In past years, but this year I'm just kind of like, okay.
Well, and it could be, or like you said, you're kind of, fixing ourselves a little bit. So it could be, this is a better year, and you're just happier. You're in a better place.
Yeah, but I do think it is actually because a little bit of that, because that music used to signify, like, I don't know, it's a contrast. It's like, this is not how people really feel, like that music is
true. It's fake. It's like, that ain't how things really are.
That's not how people really feel this time of year. I mean, people are stressed out, and you can believe me, I've had several criers already.
Well, I'm sure you have. With the work you do.
Oh yeah, several criers, and
God.
But I'm not it's almost over. So, but I'm usually by this time of year, I'm like, oh God, just let the new year come. I'm just so tired of just the
sick of the Christmas music. Well, and so many people feel obligated, that they have to listen to it. Like I had lunch with my mom today, and she's got it on in the car, and I'm like, normally she's playing, music off her Spotify or something.
Yeah.
But now she's actually playing a radio station with, Christmas songs. And I'm just like, God.
Well, that's another observation you had today that I wanted to bring up, actually. And that kind of ties in with maybe the B6 stuff a little bit. Is that maybe that little bit of nostalgia? Maybe it feels good to connect back to that.
Oh, you were talking about my post that I put up. Yeah.
Like the nostalgia about things. Like how maybe part of the B6 thing about being back is that you forgot how it felt, and you're like, oh, wow, yeah.
Maybe so.
It's the feeling,
Maybe so.
The feeling that you kind of let go of. Because there is a feeling when you're writing something. You're like, oh, I got it. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, or I just took the good from the old feeling. Yeah. And the rest of the stuff.
Because it no longer matters. It no longer is valid, the old stuff. Like, you don't have to worry about that kind of the old stuff anymore. You're not paying shit tons of money to try to be sick.
Right. Exactly. Or just dealing with fuck bags.
What was that observation, if you don't mind me?
What I was talking about is because we were doing some just reminiscing, talking about, people from the past and old friends and old stuff. And I remember I came home and I was like, damn, let me get on Facebook and see if I can find some of these people. So I did find my old neighbor. So I sent him a friend request. It was just kind of cool, man. It's almost therapeutic now. when you're older, I think, to reminisce. Like,
Yeah.
it feels good going back there. Matter of fact, when you realize reality, like you got to go back to reality, you're like, shit, you know.
But it also is it can be therapeutic, but it's at that point where it's therapeutic and not damaging, because there are people like certainly my aunt. She is stuck,
that live in the past, right?
Live in the past, just buried in the past. And I think my brothers both have
Stuck in
that.
the past.
Like, I've never had that issue. I don't think I'd never be like, oh, I want to go back to fucking Sean Diego.
Isn't that there's a term for that, actually, man? I think it's called jock shock.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, it's not even jock shock. It's just, yeah, it might be jock shock, but it's more.
Well, it's like high school. High school is my favorite time in the world. Duh. And then they just
or even
want
just
this
later,
for high
like,
school.
my 20s or this. Remember when we used to do this? And it's like, yeah, but that's great to remember it and be fond of it. But it's also about look at yourself and go, yeah. And I think the problem with that is they know that they're not in a better place now than they were then. They know that they fucked some serious shit up, or just got to a point where and I think that's a good sign for you, basically, is that the nostalgia is therapeutic now.
In other words, so I'm moving forward like I should be, instead of staying stuck.
Because you used to hate nostalgia. Man, I never want to fucking, I don't want to remember shit from the, Like,
I don't know. Are you sure that wasn't my brother?
No, I think that was, or maybe it was like I never want to be the same age I was when I was younger. Like, I never want to be younger again. Like.
Oh yeah, well that was a big thing. Yeah, like I don't, man, I wouldn't want to. Well, and that's still true.
And I think part of that is that when we grew up, like, high school was high school. It was okay, but it wasn't like, and college, like, your college was cool, but it wasn't like. It was kind of rough in some ways, because you realize how people treated you, and you just kind of got the reality of, like, life. Like, we both just got it nailed on. That's why I think some people go coast to their high school and into their 20s and through their 20s, and it's like, yeah, and then they hit that wall and go.
I'm like, oh shit.
See, me, I was like, oh, hit a big fucking nail early in the 20s. My 20s were like a crawl through some weird, like, fucking neutral, like, gray, like, the 20s, I'm 20.
Well, see, for me in my 20s, I was blissfully stupid. That was my thing.
That's part of it too, but it was just blah. Like, my 20s were really they could have been a lot more eventful. And of course you can look back and go, "Hey, my God, regret." But when you realize that it all comes to this point, and that
right,
certain things happen now.
And that's why you don't regret things either, because you're like, damn, I still did some wild shit and have some memories to talk about.
Yeah, and I didn't do too much, but it wasn't like great. Like, my early 20s and late teens weren't fucking amazing. They were kind of rough. Oh no, actually.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I don't look back and go, oh, my life, how it used to be.
Yeah. Well, I like.
I'm like, thank God I'm finally doing something with my, getting my shit together. So that's pretty much the difference.
And now you can look back and go, damn, I came a long way. That's cool.
Exactly.
So you don't have, and you can, like, look back on who that person was back then and go, oh shit, man. Yeah, that was interesting, but this is better.
Exactly.
So
and we've come a long way too. What is this? 3 years now? 4 years?
Oh fuck, dude, 4 damn near, huh? Well, let's see. We started it in 2015?
5 years almost.
So yeah, almost
4.5 years. No, it'll be 5 years in November.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Damn, look at that, man. 5 years.
You know what? The only regret I have about the show is not using show numbers instead of dates. Show 1, show 2, show 3. So
really?
Yeah, I think or show 1 and having a show number on there in front of the date. Show 1 from da-da-da-da. So we'd have a number.
Well, what I like what you do, like when we interview people, you actually put interview with so-and-so, so we know who that is. Because I know, looking back at my old All Talk shows, I don't know what the fuck date was this interview or that interview or whatever, you know?
Well, yeah. Like, I was almost thinking about, like, a numeric, like how long would it take to count the shows that we've done.
Oh God!
And then start the new year with a fucking with show number blah 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 blah, and then still have the date, but say show number or nothing sacred number 345, 1025, 1/5/2020.
Well, how many? Because the videos you have up on your channel, because we both have our own channels, and the ones you have on your channel are just Nothing Sacred shows, right? You don't have anything else up there.
Yeah, there's not much else, so I can probably get a good idea.
Yeah, that might give us a good.
Or I can probably do a search and just see Nothing Sacred, and it'll show me how many there are. I'll find that out at some point. Maybe we'll see what happens next. Maybe next year we'll have a little bit of a new format update for all y'all fans out there.
Ooh,
all 7 of you fuckers who listen to us. Thank you.
Yeah, we love you.
And thank you. Seriously, thank you for listening to us. Anybody who's out there, thank you for taking the time, man.
The fact that you took the time to listen to us and you find us entertaining.
Our little fan base out there scattered across the fucking webs and the universe and the planets.
Right.
You know.
So, man,
we wish
we
you all
appreciate
a happy holiday. I think that's a good segue to get the fuck out of here.
Good, because I have to piss.
And I got to work tomorrow, and I want to hang out for another hour or two before I have to do 2 more days, the grueling days, man.
Man, it's
Christmas
crunch
Eve,
time.
Christmas Eve, and Christmas Eve. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be people be crying and screaming, and be happy fucking holidays to me, and happy holidays to you all, because I am a Cruise Control,
and I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And this is the 22nd of December, 2019. Happy holidays, fucker.
See you next year.
And that's the story there.
Bitches! We'll see you fuckers next year.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.